Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, transit workers worldwide. My name is Henry Beasley, rank and file member of ATU 757. I want to thank all the transit workers who participated in the second annual Band Together movement, supporting those transit workers who have been attacked while on the job. Attacks ranging from spitting, sexual, physical, menacing, harassment, etc. We also must recognize the silent victims of an attack, which are our spouses, our children, our friends, those who see both the psychological and physical trauma we go through after an attack. Nationally, attacks have soared in recent years without any real action to stem the problem other than grandstanding, cheap alternatives, pacification of transit workers while the numbers steadily increase. The purpose of Band Together is to create a dialogue with the riding public in every transit district. By placing a Band-Aid on our right cheeks, riders will ask out of curiosity, "What is that?" which will open the door for that type of conversation. Sometimes something so small can have the biggest impact. We also want to do a special shout out to the following transit workers. Dwayne Russell Sr. out of ATU Local 1197, Patrick Coomer out of ATU Local 757, Adam Mekavicius out of ATU Local 1573, Samuel Braxton Jr. out of ATU Local 26 for his Facebook page, Billy Ashemir out of ATU Local 618, and last but not surely least, Tremel Thompson out of TWU Local 100. These fellow union workers help create conversations on transit worker attacks in their areas. Special shout outs to those who submitted selfies in solidarity and the countless others who liked in support of the cause. It didn't matter what union you belong to, whether it's ATU, TWU, SEIU, Teamsters, United Transportation Union, and SMART. When a union is affected, then all unions need to stand up in solidarity and unite. But there's still more work to be done to raise awareness. Our union governing bodies need to push for better workstations, which includes shields, preferably the European-style cabins, monitors, a mobilized presence in the system for random vehicle checks. Also, our governing bodies need to push for better legislation on the local, state, and federal levels. For example, programs such as ATU's COPE program, which will also address attacks in the workplace. But even that's not enough. Our locals need to push for zero tolerance in the transit districts. Generally, there are workplace harassment policies with a zero tolerance attached, but the opposite is true out there in the field where harassment is 100% acceptable. Shouldn't those policies cover all transit workers out there in the field as in any management building? Our locals need to push for contract language that protects transit workers on the job. A transit worker protection clause is what we'll call it, which will address what happens after an attack. Plus, we no longer will narrow the scope by using the word assault, but instead use the phrase attacks, because who determines what is an actual assault? Attacks cover both physical and mental, such as harassment, menacing, bullying, spitting. Transit workers need the ability to go home after an attack, to heal, to recover. A transit worker with diminished capacity is a very dangerous driver, akin to a drunk driver. Lastly, we would like our governing bodies to recognize and designate the third week of September as Band Together Week. Also, we want to thank everybody on Facebook who gave a selfie or likes, those who wore Band-Aids or not, those who participate in conversations, or those survivors who are silent and dealing with PTSD. We're doing this for you. Hopefully, at next year's rendition, we'll have better news. But until next year, let's keep it positive and let's keep encouraging each other. Union strong.